Hello and welcome back. Today we're playing this list that just got first place out of 81 at the final standard tournament in Circuito Liga Magic, which I think is Portuguese. It's in Brazil. It's a Rakdos deck. When was the last time Rakdos did anything, specifically Rakdos Sacrifice, in any competitive scene, even in best of one casual standard? Like, it hasn't done anything in ages. So this is really cool to see a list doing well. It's got lots of sack stuff going on here. So some things that spit out cards to sack, right? The Stadium Headliner can attack, spit out something to sack. You could sack that token to like Desperate Measures, little +1/-1, draw 2. That's not so bad. The Spiteful Hex Mage is a, potentially a 1-mana 3/2. It's got the 1/1 enchantment. You could sack the enchantment to torch the tower, get to deal 3 damage, scry 1. That's some value there. Case of the Stash Skeletons obviously makes it 2/1. It's an enchantment. You could sack that to torch. That's fine. Momentum Breaker leaves a body behind to sack. Disturbing Mirth, you can sack another enchantment or creature, of which we have plenty. Draw 2. When this one is sacked, Manifest Dread, so all this is very cohesive together. Molten Collapse, Descend is a little interesting because when you sack tokens, it doesn't count as descending. A physical permanent card must hit your graveyard in order to qualify for Descend, which is a little bit harder, right? Like sacking the Headliner tokens, sacking map tokens doesn't count towards that. But if you can hit both, you can get both halves of these. Destroy target creature or planeswalker, and also destroy target non-creature, non-land permanent with mana value 1 or less. Probably just using the first one for the most part, but maybe we can descend. Raven Eagle, you saw recently, a little bit of graveyard hate, spit out some clue tokens as well. We can sack that. Corpses of Lost, every time we descend, we can return that back to our hand and replay it. A lot of Rotten Mouth Vipers. Again, a lot of free things to sack. We'll have a lot of, tokens off the Headliner attacking. We'll have some random clue tokens sitting around. We can hopefully have plenty of things to get out a cheap Rotten Mouth Viper. Obsessive Pursuit is the only card I'm not really super sure about. I haven't played it myself. If we're on the draw against a Roper Raid, we're going to play this on 2 and be like, well, what the heck are we doing? And then just get annihilated on turn 3. But against Control, every turn we're losing a life, we're creating a clue token. Like that actually sitting around and generating value could be pretty good in the slow, grindy matchups. Whenever you attack, put X +1 counters on target attacking creature, where X is the number of permanents you sack this turn. So and if X is triggered later, it gets lifelink. It's going to be hard to sack that many permanents per turn in the beginning, but maybe like mid-late game, we can actually sack 3 in the same turn, get a huge +X, boost, and also lifelink. I don't know about this card. I haven't played it yet, but we'll see how it does. That's pretty much it. There is a whole sideboard. I'm pretty tempted to throw in a Phoenix Fleet airship just because I like the art and I like the card. We're going to leave it as is to start. Let's do some ranked, unedited, top 1% mythic best of 1 gameplay. I'm excited. This deck's going to be a little bit new for me. I haven't played a sack deck in a while. I might not pilot it perfectly. And I'm kind of tired. I got up early. I've got a flight from Mexico back to the United States for the holidays today. So we might be running a little bit less thoughtful in the head today. On the play with a 1-drop. Okay. And a removal spell. And I don't know what to do with this pursuit card, but we got it. If you attack with X are permanents you sacrificed. Blue-black. Do we make up just momentum break him here? Where do we get the pursuit going? Just start spitting out clue tokens? Let's try this. I haven't done this before. Losing life, but that could be Demir Mill. We don't know what's going on yet. So many year-goers recently. Oh, it's going to be Sultai combo. How interesting and unique and new and fun and interactive. Cool. This is the same way every game starts. Down to 16. Okay. I guess we're just making him sack the creature and keep getting it. We don't have any pressure, though. That's the problem. We don't have any pressure here. Enchantment or creature. I mean, this is kind of all we can do. Okay, we did not sack any permanents. It's +0. Can sack Momentum Breaker to Mirth, draw some cards. We need a Raven Eagle off the top here, basically. That does put on pressure, but we need Graveyard Hate or we lose, right? There's not really any amount of pressure we can put on that, makes up for this. So I think let's start here instead. Okay, no land. Too bad. A little bit of +1 counters. They have Terror of the Peaks down there. Their Triumph. They take the life instead of discarding a card. That's interesting. They like their entire hand. Okay. I don't know if they're going to combo, if they have the combo or not. What's the best play here? We go for pressure. We keep trying to draw. Feels like we need the corpses down this turn. Cash grab. It's either that, or you just keep drawing as many cards per turn and just try to hit the Raven Eagle in time for some graveyard hate. It's 0. Rottenmouth Viper would be crazy here, right? Pursuit really gives a lot of fuel for Raven for the Viper. All right, it is Cairo time. There's no sweeper. They just get like a Terror of the Peaks. Now they get this thing. Keep the draw discard thing going. Makes sense. There's the sweeper. Nothing we can do about it. Keep pushing for damage, I think. Sack this Manifest, try to get a creature in the graveyard for the sweep. Alright, that is really helpful, I guess. I was hoping to randomly get a creature in the graveyard, and then if they do go for the sweep, take this back. Then we'd have an extra creature to reanimate that turn. Alright, so here comes the sweep turn. Okay, and that is a riveting game of Magic right there. It's always the Sultai Reanimator players that your go, right? It's always. It's just... Oh, God. Like, I think it attracts the worst kinds of people. I don't even think mono-red players do that. There's some kind of arrogance about, I'm so good, I can have no skill and win on turn 4 every single game. There's something about that feeling that just brings it out in them, you know? The unearned confidence. The unearned confidence of net decking a deck that just wins on turn 4 every game. Alright, let's go again. I like this deck. I'm having fun with it. On the draw, we got a 1-drop. Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure a way to sack this cursed roll somehow. Okay, maybe we just -1 this thing. Before the token spread. Cool. Easy removal spell. Right, I think we're just shooting you down 2. What do they want to play on 3? Bailoff. It's still fine. We can play the case and offer to trade our 2/1 skeleton with their 3/2. Right, that's probably a less valuable card to lose than the Molten Collapse. But if they get like a Surak here, then we can't target, and we're a little bit sad. Okay. We'll just offer some trades here. 3/2 can also eat the 1/1, okay? Unless it's a Roborite time. No, not yet. Eventually, though. We don't have any sweepers. It's not like we can, like, sack Case and go get a big sweeper. Alright. This guy can't even block. Less helpful than I thought. Very clearly on the back foot here. Okay, at least it's not a Roborite. It's a lot of pressure. We're at 12. Take all the trades we can get. Okay. Sure. Okay, great, good. Totally fine with that. Rather, I think that's fine. Alright, opponent has slowed down. We don't need to sack the Case yet. We'll need to kill an Roborite eventually. We can't even get an instant that would do that. I guess we have Obsessive Pursuit, actually. I don't think we can go much deeper than this guy. But I think we can start sacking the clue tokens. Sack this Case. What do we really want here? That's not a bad card. Let's sack a 1/1. It's okay. When it's a 9, I flooded out a lot. It's another land. That one actually does something, though. Okay, that actually is an issue for us a little bit. I feel like we gotta be able to fetch something that's useful, right? The next corpses. There's got to be something worth fetching. I'm looking at that Momentum Breaker too. Oh, Rottenmouth Viper? How good is that? We definitely have a lot of things to sack. Is that actually better than corpses here? Raven Eagle could also just like start knitting his life back up, which could be good. All these things are good. Viper puts on a ton of pressure, right? Maybe this is the best one. 1 mana Viper. Maybe sack the skeleton here. I think that's fine. Yeah, I want to keep Momentum Breaker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess we are a second momentum breaker. I think that's fine. Sure. When it drops to 5, they have to double block this guy, which means they have to single block. They have to block one of these two. He's got Menace. Take 5. Okay. I mean, to be real, they just flooded out that game. And they did not draw Roboid. This would be a very different game if they had Roboid. But, fetching the Viper. Fetching a 1-mana Viper, not so bad.
What an adventure. You're well
Comment
on
section.
your way to being a great planeswalker.
Lots of Mythic Mike comments about the Orzhov Skeletons deck. Grammary, don't forget Mythic Mike was the original and only person to brew this. If you forget, he will tell you about 9 times in his videos. I don't know if that's true or not. I feel like Ash was the first person to unite a Battlefront Skeletons. You go first. Great, let's do it. Basic land, cool. Alright, so we attack with Headliner, sack the creature, draw some cards. This could be a good Obsessive Pursuit game. But I think we'll take this for free while we got it. Yeah, that's right. Thank you. That was nice. I think so too. Just guy. Okay. Okay. Failed Passage, also a permanent that can be sacked. That's going to be an easier way to get up to three sacks for the big Obsessive Pursuit lifelink trigger. Maybe we actually save that until later. I think we have enough basics to hold on that. Alright, 2-mana open again. I think we can attack here first. No, I guess we should do this first. See if we'll let it resolve. Thinking about it. Okay. Momentum Breaker. Creature. We could flip this eventually, I guess. Feels like they're sitting on a counterspell, right? So we don't need to run out the Pursuit here necessarily. We could try to just like Momentum Break instead. Post-combat. I feel like they have another number of lies. Helix. Okay, sure. Well, now we can get the Pursuit down. Which I think is going to be good value for us. Alright. Lose a life, make a clue. We now have a draw engine in place. And they don't appear to be Jeskai Black. So I don't think they're going to kill our enchantment. So they have to get lost for it. Shiko goes down. It's got to be back up in hand, right? And we're sitting on Momentum Breakers, so we hope that's enough. I think we need to continue to sit on that. We almost have 3 sacks this turn. I guess we could actually do triple sack. This plus Fabled Passage. Let's check some things out. It's a lot of land, I'll tell you that. A lot of useless land, actually. Okay. They should have waited till we put the counters. Oh, they're gonna take Pursuit? Okay, fine. You got it? So I think we're expecting a turn 5 Shiko Helix. Then we go Momentum Breaker, but then we're out of gas because we just drew a ton of land. What doesn't hit that 5th land, though? That's interesting. We have actually nothing to do here, which is very unfortunate. We could flip the snake, I guess. Can we do that instant speed? I think so. Pretty sure we can. Or like in response to removal or something. Okay, you got it. If we flip it, does it do anything? Enters or attacks? I don't think flipping it enters. I don't know. We don't have anything better to do anyway. Turn face up? I don't think that enters. I think we just let that go. But this has been a pretty lame turn for us. Let's make a spirit and use a map token. We've drawn a crazy amount of land. I mean, it's a threat. I don't know that's worth keeping, though. We need a way to, like, sack the Mirth, really. I don't think that one's worth keeping. Wow. I will say, opponent does appear to be stuck on 4 lands, though. That is really our only saving grace here. We're floating out, but they're a little bit mana screwed. Not for long. Dude said, I'm tired of it. Dig 4, hit my land drop. No land drop, what the hell? Viper, eh? We have plenty of mana. I guess the question is, are they going to no-more-lize us? What does it take to get around that? I want to play the Vents. I want to leave 3 mana open, so I'd sack all 3 map tokens. Sack the Mirth and 2 map tokens, I guess it's fine. Okay, let's try it. Sack 3 total, pay 3, have 3 open. For no more lines. Flip that, sure. Souls. Now, if they sack the iceberg, that's one thing they could do. It would take a lot of damage this turn, though. Alright, let's pump this guy. He's getting in there. Okay, sure. We could technically deny that with Torch. Alright, we're still waiting for Shiko. I'm surprised they top 4 didn't get a land drop. Oh, they still are stuck on 4 land. What's going on? Enters or attacks. Okay, I'll try to flip this. Yeah, it looks like we should get the Vents in there too if we can. Okay. Double Helix. A Braid. Okay. Yeah, we'll put it here, I guess. I think it falls off too, is that right? Okay, let's see if they hit their 5th land drop now. We have 7 damage presented here. Actually 8 off the Raven Eagle, right? They're gonna drop to 2 this turn. Just checking if Realm of Co makes sense instead of using our mana here. We could just make a 1/1 on instant. When it drops to 2, I don't know if we need to commit any more to this board. Are they going to sweep or what, you know? Creature Planeswalker. I think we'll hang out here one second. We're sitting on Restless Vents. We got Realm of Co. Shiko finally showing up. We might torch our their Helix target if we can. I think we do here. I think we. Deny the life gain, and then this is fine. This guy's Menace, right? Yeah, he's got Menace. Okay. Opponent just literally had nothing that game. I mean, we have it every which way. Do this, we got the creature land. I can't believe when they dug 4 they didn't hit land, though, you know? That was, again, kind of a non-game, right? Like, it's fine. The Cynic person drew an infinite land, and this guy just stuck on 4 land the entire game. Couldn't do anything. Okay.
What an adventure. You're well on your way to being a great planeswalker.
I don't know that Deadly Dispute is in standard, is it? Serpentinization says, anytime I'm running black, I always run 4 gas and 4 Deadly Dispute. No, gas definitely in standard. You're playing some non-standard deck, my man. When it goes first, there's no red here. So I guess we have to mulligan this. Better, much better. Descend. Who's more important here? Removal or a random 1-drop with Menace? I don't know if this card's that good, to be honest. I think we're gonna keep the removal. I think it's higher impact. Alright, we need red on 1. Let's see what their 2-drop is before torching. Might get more value out of that. Alright, that looks like a better target to kill. No blocks yet, I don't think. Okay. Down to 14 on the draw. Oy, oy, oy. Maybe we should block, but this gives us a thing to sack. Like, it's very synergistic in our deck. Maybe next turn we can attack, make a 1-1, get it for damage, sack it to Mirth, torch the tower or something. Maybe there's no Nemesis on 3. Might of the Meek. Draw a card. Challenger. See, this could be okay. Dropping it really low, though. We should have actually sacked the starting Mirth there. Made it 2-2. That was dumb. Okay. Full bore, wild ride, haste. Yeah, we should have made a blocker there. Trample anyway. Probably still would have won. We'd have one more life, but I don't know if you win against that. That was my bad. We should have sacked the Mirth and just gotten the free 2-2 though. Free Manifest Dread. Okay.
What an adventure. You're well on your way to being a great planeswalker.
Cool. That looks awesome. And sack the Hexmate's token to the Mirth. Bulgari, gain 2 life, make a Lander token. What the heck is that? Okay, 1 mana 3/2. We're pretty close to Vipering here. I think I want to prioritize developing the Viper. I'm just gonna enter tapped actually. I think I'm just gonna double 1-drop. So we can sack the Mirth, sack the token, sack the Hexmage token, pay 3. And then it's a very cheap Viper. Keep both the 3/2s. Alright, if you got a big sweeper, here it is. This is the time to do it. Alright, okay. Alright, we'll start over. Thanks, dude. Artifact, destroy target enchantment. Yeah, if we're looking for things to sack to the Viper again, I think we can rebuild the Viper pretty quickly. And that's 3 things right there to sack. I think it's worth it over corpses. Okay. White. 1 more counters, what the heck? Alright. Let's do some Viper action. 1, 2, 3. It matters. Alright, start over again. Corpse is a great follow-up though, at least. What's this card doing here? What are our +1 counter? What counters you got? Who's got 0 counters? Oi, Earthbend the land. Now he's got counters? Oh no, it's an Earthbending deck. Gain 2 life, that's actually pretty bad. We can't even really kill this thing. Just reanimate it again. That's pretty bad. Creature or planeswalker, mana value 1 or less. There's nothing we can do. It's just gonna come back next turn and attack again. It's less than ideal. That's cool for the opponent though. It's not so good for us. We could sack Elemental Breaker for life, but I think we're saving it from the Serpent or Cease. Okay. Could destroy all enchantments. Could destroy corpses with that. We're done. We should have sacked Elemental Breaker in our turn, and then descended the Corpses Lost. This is a woke up early pre-flight gameplay day. Okay. Damn. Draw 2. Well, that's much better. No, exile. It still comes back anyway, doesn't it? We can do it on their turn, though. Let's at least do this now, so we get the corpses trigger. But they got a pretty good lock here. Earthbend the Fortress, power it up, attack, it lifelink. Can't even kill it, really. Comes back anyway. Unless you have Ultima, I think. Dude's got a good thing going. I'll give him that. He's doing the thing. That's honestly a pretty cool deck. It's because it's very difficult to kill Earthbended lands. I think it's a cool idea. I actually like it a lot. Might scoop here soon, though. We just can't ever outrace double Fortress lifelink. This is cool. Just run a bunch of removal. And then you don't even need to like get under counter spells. You can just play Bossing Say and play Fortress. And just power up Fortress every turn. And if they play like a Shiko or Meringue of the Regent, you got plenty of removal. Like, they would need a big blocker to stop it. I think it's a cool idea. I think we're going to lose this game, so I don't think I need to play out the rest of it, but I think it's actually a very interesting deck.
What an adventure. You're well on your way to being a great planeswalker.
Technique says split up on artifacts isn't janky. Highest win rate versions in both best of 3 and best of 1 are running 2 to 3. World's Artifact had them too. Let's ignore World's Artifact and best of 3 for a second and talk about best of 1. My initial hunch is that no, it doesn't really make sense because I mean every single non-artifact dilutes the artifact synergy. Yeah. But, like I've said recently, sweepers are insanely good in best of 1 right now. Because everyone just plays out a bunch of creatures. So, it could be more valid than meets the eye. What do we do about this? An armadillo with ward 1. My goodness. That's a good answer. Trying to figure out who to shelter? What are we doing? Feather of flight, we're taken to the skies. Armadillo in the air. I don't even know if we kill this thing. But I think it's maybe worth it. Like, we could wait for them to invest more into it. We'll be sad if they just play another creature, though. Opponent's got his own Hexmage. That's a surprise. Okay, 3/3. Sack the Mirth, sack a token. You could almost hold open Torch here. Just make sure we kill their next creature before they make it too big to kill. But they didn't do anything with that last mana. They didn't stack an extra armor. So maybe it's not worth it. If we kill our own skeleton here, then we could also sack the case this turn and go get what, like a corpses? And upgrade our damage by 1 for next turn. Seems like a lot of work. Okay. Strange. Cool. You also sack the token on the Hexmage and kill one of your 1/1s and then boost your damage by 1 also? I'm a Unicorn. This video is why I really appreciate you playing unedited. It's not so interesting watching a 100% win rates. Much better to see how a good player navigates losses in nearly unwinnable matches. We're not playing that well today, but usually we play better. I really like Disturbing Mirth. It's a very satisfying card to play. Grand on 1. Oh god. Okay, unfortunate. We have no removal in hand, even though we have a ton of removal in the deck. But this could be rough. This could be interesting. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe we'll just get steamrolled. Alright, turn 1 Grand on play. It's an expensive removal spell. They can kill the creature in response, and then we don't have a target. Yeah, makes sense. Good news is we have the Raven Eagle on the way eventually. If we can resolve that and keep it alive for any amount of time, it's good. But I already feel like we kind of lost, right? They're already at their 1 mana draw 3. They're on the play with Grand. We're really going to come back from this position? No land doesn't help. Like, it does feel like we've already lost. Which sounds dramatic, but turn 1, Grand, turn 3, 1 mana, draw 3. Like, that's a rough thing to come back from. Even though it's only 1 damage per turn, we're just already crazy behind here. Alright, they got their monument down, so at least they have their win con, so at least the game will end sooner. I'd like to do one more, though. So we might scoop here a little preemptively, because I don't know that we can actually come back from this. I mean, that's a extremely strong foundation, right? We don't have any way to hit artifacts or enchantments. We can only hit the graveyard, but it's kind of too late for that. We'll take one more draw. I think we're down to scoop after that. I just don't see how we'd ever come back from this position. Not a land. Yeah, I think we scoop. We could go, but that's just an incredibly strong start. You can feel it. You can feel it being on the side of the battlefield. I want to do one more anyway.
What an adventure. You're well on your way to being a great planeswalker.
Papi Poupe Popo. It's okay. It's not perfect. It's definitely not perfect. Maybe a mulligan. Oh. On the draw versus Elf. No red. Okay. Turn to Badger Mole. Hesitation by the opponent. Attack. Over deploy your next one drop. That feels like a mistake to me. Okay. Burns a removal spell there. Alright. What are we doing next? Hexmade's draw. Take some damage for a little while. I think it's okay. We don't have double black for that, actually. Well, that's awkward. That's kind of awkward. Too bad we can't descend here. Actually get a little value out of that. Both M's. Stuck on black. We did pick double red, didn't we? I guess we didn't know we draw a black one drop though. Right, pretty good. Playing sack fodder. Opponent also stalling out. Island. Okay. Landfall, but with no payoff yet. We got this. We just need a little more gas here. I think red source is too bad. Shuts off full gas. We're close. We're close to doing something good here. Curious if they have payoff for milling, like a flashback landfall card, or flashback Earthbending card. Okay. Are we trading with the Trampler? We're eventually gonna have unblockable off this land. It's almost better to trade with the Ice Tail Explorer. I think just getting this down to stabilize is maybe worth it here. Sack the headliner, unfortunately. Leave the Hex Mage. We're still really bottlenecked on black mana. We don't even need to... Oh, okay. Say we don't need to attack with the Hex Mage. We can sack the Hex Mage and the phase down to the next Viper. Double Vipers, I think, is probably enough to win here. Unless they top deck a River. At least have a Molten Collapse for it, too. It's fine. Escape Tunnel can make someone unblockable. That is one way we can lose here. Second black source. Okay, now just replay the next Viper, I think, here. Alright, a little bit too late. We win by just attacking here, but we got Lone Collapse plus the corpses in the way too. I wonder if they played the escape tunnel first, sacked it. Can you make the Moss Hydra unblockable first and then pump it after? Maybe they could have won this turn. Maybe, we'll never know. Leave me a comment though. You escape tunnel on a creature power 2 or less. I want to say even if you pump it up after, it still can't be blocked. I don't know for sure, but I think that's how it would work. Okay. I think just the Rotten Viper attack alone. So we'll get 3 counters here. They sack 3 things, and they can't sack 2 things to the other Viper, so they take 8 before we even get to damage. I'd say a lot of damage pressure right there. Okay. Alright, wrap it up there. Honestly, the deck is super cool. It's been a long time since I played it. I need more practice a little bit. Very cool to see a Rakdos deck win a tournament. Rakdos Sack, not Rakdos Fling. It's fun. Check it out. Yeah, that's it. I don't have any further thoughts. I gotta pack up and catch my flight. So yeah, next time I see you guys will be tomorrow, but I'll be back in the States. Be a different background. Like and subscribe, leave a comment. Have a great day. I'll see you next one.